Here we go. All right. So I'm going to put the elo up on screen because I think that matters to you all. Everyone won't necessarily know who these players are. Put some respect on their names. They're very good players. I expect to have a very good series here. Now, Tomate, he is lower rated. He's lower rated compared to Uzzi. He's only 2250 elo. He's a player who's been around a long time from Spain. But the thing is, Tomate has even said himself, he's only lower ranked because everybody just likes to play Arabia. Tomate, don't get upset with me for this joke. But, the ladder isn't the ladder. The ladder is only Arabia. Arabia. And Tomate has said this in the Titans League Discord and, has said this for years. And, I mean, he's not completely wrong. 65 to 70% of the games played at a high level are on Arabia. And we don't have Arabia in this map pool. So, the thing is, Tomate's maybe only this rank because majority of people are playing Arabia. He is very good on mixed maps. And so, his number one map, the map that he likes that gets in ranked, is Four Lakes, which is based on Cross. So, I was surprised that Uzzi let it come through the draft, in all honesty. Now, Tomate's gone for Portuguese. We have Uzzi's Lithuanians. Uzzi, very solid on kind of all settings, I would say. I would prefer him on closed maps, like a map like Arena. I would definitely prefer him on maps like Arabia. And his Civ choices in this series kind of reflect that. But he's also very good on mixed maps, too. So, I wouldn't want to play Four Lakes or Cross against Tomate because I know Tomate likes that. But Uzzi also likes it, So, I'm curious. Like, this is a perfect opportunity. Both these players deserve to be silver, I would say. It's going to be a shame that whoever loses this will not be in the silver 10K league. Winner, at minimum, is there and would be a really big jump and exciting for them. So, Uzzi has his dock in the back as the Lithuanians. Tomate already bringing his villager to the shoreline over here. Just has to wall in that Vil. I think he saw the scout there from Uzzi. Uzzi's already looking to see if he can find the dock here. So that's a really early scout from Uzzi. I think the Civ matchup's pretty even. Lithuanians have the easier build because they start with extra food. But beyond that... Oh, wow. The boar was actually hiding back there. I didn't see that. And I have small trees. But beyond that, I think in the mid-game, Portuguese are pretty even with the Lithuanians. The scouting intel is going to be key. Uzzi sees the boar and is unable to take it, but he knows that Tomate is probably this direction now because the boar is being brought in. Sebi Africa in chat, first-time chatter, says, hello from Zambia, T90. You're taking AoE Global. Respect. Wow, we've got Zambia in chat? Let's go, man. Hey, welcome. Glad you could make it. I don't know where all the first-time people are coming from, but do appreciate it. It is motivating. Especially with the whole, real season coming up, guys, in the new year. It's exciting to see so many people here, so thank you. Let's do a test, and we mean no disrespect to the players, but if you have never seen these players play, can I get a smile in my chat? This is the exciting thing. This is what it's all about. These guys are really, really good. These guys have a lot of talent. They got a lot of unique things about them, but people just don't know. People maybe know the top 10, top 16, maybe even top 25. That's reasonable. But Tomate is a menace. He loves to sneak. He loves to take the opponent's pawn. But Tomate, be careful, my friend. He is sending this villager right through the middle. He scouted the pond. He didn't scout the TC. Bro. Okay. Just passing. Well, Uzzi saw him. So Uzzi now will be extremely paranoid. Uzzi's scout is over here. Tomate's still going to try it now. I think Tomate should, I think Uzzi should just plan on making some ships here in his own pond, maybe. Yeah, scout is coming back from Uzzi. And he definitely knows Tomate's reputation. There's no doubt about it. Uzzi might go for a second dock on his own pond to preemptively defend from this. That would be next level stuff. I don't think that would be his initial plan. His initial plan was probably a barracks. Oh, that's super smart. That is really cool. Because it's going to take Tomate some time to eventually build a dock here. And he's hoping it's going to be a sneak, or at worst, one dock versus one dock. I mean, you could argue you're not taking map control if you're Uzzi, but I don't mind this. I don't like the galley, though. The galley is way too late. Oh, he's blocking with fishing ships. He is blocking the dock. No! Okay, cancel the galley. He almost had it. But I don't think that galley ever denies the dock now. You have to cancel. Maybe I'm wrong. Scout's on the way. Galley's still on the way. A fire galley's also on the way. He will attack the wall, which means Tomate has to build the palisades. Dock's at 80%. Yeah, that galley does not contribute much. Galley could shoot the scout, maybe? Ooh, scout does get killed by Uzzi, so now Uzzi can't scout the other pawns. Tomate's loving this because he sees the galley and knows the fire can kill it, but we got 2 more fires from Uzzi. Razor says, what is Tomate's reputation? Well, it's literally what I said. It's what I said. He loves this map. He loves the pawns. He loves to sneak. He's got a dock over here already. He's got a dock here already. He loves to play this map. And he is known for really leaning in towards taking the pawn control. Uzzi's going to add scouts now. He doesn't have any scouting on the map, so he can't see what Tomate's going to do behind this. And Tomate will now know that it's going to be scouts from Uzzi. Tomate, I think, is just stopping with his production here because he sees the double dock. Doesn't actually see the double dock, so I'm not sure, but it would be pretty smart. You could justify maybe just stopping production here. Normally, he's very stubborn. And now a villager here. Tomate already got town watch, guys, so this house would give him vision. Might have saw that villager there. Villager from Uzzi walking to the north to dock. He does not know that there is a dock already from Tomate. Normally, Tomate would dock this side because his base is here. And Uzzi would dock this side. So they both might actually just fish here, assuming the other is no longer there. Demo from Tomate, hoping for something. He knows scouts will be out. He's already adding spears. And he wants those walls right now, as Uzzi brings the scouts in. So it's a close game. My worry for Tomate is the land. The water could really go either way. It's a lot of walling for Tomate to keep track of. But Uzzi also still focused on the pond. Oh no, the demo is stuck! Okay, well the demo can come out now, but... Well, that's not bad. You kill 2 fishing ships at least. So he kills 2 fishing ships. The dock goes down. You wanted the fish advantage. You have that at least. But, oh, the wall villager got found up here as well. Uzzi is adding a fire galley in this pond. Tomate does not know that Uzzi is there. Uzzi's just played stellar with the defense. The defense initially was great. And now he's going archers and he has scouts. There's 2 spearmen here. But Uzzi's micro has been fantastic with the scouts. And now he's in. And look at him bait Tomate. This makes life hard for Tomate. The spears have to be in perfect position all the time. Lots of idle time. Lots of pressure. And now the fishing ships are getting hit here as well. So much for Tomate having multiple pawns. He might only end up having a starting pawn. And some of these vills are weak. Tomate is walled. Really impressed with Uzzi. I think the main thing for Uzzi right now is he's not fully walled long-term. And if he's not fully walled long-term, that could be an issue. But a couple archers, even behind the berries, could really make life difficult for Tomate. The scouts getting in are just so painful. This was the villager walling. I think Uzzi was looking for him. I don't think Uzzi sees him. Now he does. So Tomate will lose another vill. Now the archers are hitting the berries. And Uzzi's experience, man. Uzzi, he knew what was coming. His micros look so good. That's a weak villager he's hunting down. Tomate quick walls. But Tomate's eco is a wreck right now. Oh, shoot. Villager actually got sniped there as well. And Uzzi's down here. So, yeah. Uzzi has made this look super easy. Usually, like, if I were to play in this situation, I don't think I'd go for the second dock. That was a smart thing, and I don't think I would get in the walls in time. Don't even know if I'd be on 3 pawns right now. There's just so much that needs to happen. And Tomate will know that this is kind of falling apart for him right now. Uzzi's micro's just been too good. And Uzzi's on the way up. So Uzzi on the way to Castle Age. He doesn't have any farms, but we'll have about 11 fishing ships. We'll see some fishing in the north, maybe, though. Get denied. Uzzi has to pull back and repair. Uzzi also building houses along the shoreline to catch any sneaks here. All while you also have to micro on the front. People who don't like this map, can you tell me why you don't like 4 Lakes or why you don't like Cross? I'm going to assume a lot of people just don't like to play it because it's hard, right? It's like really, really difficult. And there's a million different things going on, right? Okay, Shad says, "Cause I'm shit." Okay, see, that's the level of honesty I wanted. But it's like that. I'm not trying to shame people. It's literally just because it's very difficult, right? Yeah, it's amazing to watch. Difficult to play. Tomate still holding in the north. Hey, he really needs this, I think. If he doesn't have some type of control in the north, he could have some issues on land. Then again, he lost all of his archers there, I think. I was looking there. I think he lost every single archer. He's going to be going for knights. He does have the food eco for knights. Maybe that'll be the main plan here. Valorant says, "I don't do it because Arabia OP." Okay. All right, well. Like I said. Back to what we said earlier. A lot of people love Arabia. It's fair. But, listen, I love Arabia too, but it's not nearly as versatile in terms of, like, focus and transitions and pressure. It's, like, I think this map is insane in terms of, like, gameplay aspects, but it's so difficult. So, I wanted people to say it was hard because I think that's... I wanted to build appreciation for the fact that Uzzi's just kind of beasted this so far. Knights are out. He'll chase down this army. Second TC's on the way. Still does have the north to maybe think about, but it's not that big of a deal. Can't be losing villagers on this TC, though. Remember, Tomate's completely walled. He's actually adding farms, which Uzzi hasn't done yet. Tomate knows he's going to lose this army. And, well, he doesn't get a single villager kill. Damn. Monastery's out for Uzzi. He'll want some relics now. There is a villager from Tomate hoping to get to the south. But experienced players will build buildings all along the shoreline so you have the vision. Tomate might run directly into the vision there in the line of sight of the house. And then Uzzi can just react to it. But will he react to it, right? He's got to actually notice it because he's still fighting in the north. Big shot from Tomate. He needs that. Tomate is still massing archers, and he is massing archers behind walls. So he should be fine unless there's any ranged pressure from Uzzi, and Uzzi's going to go for a siege workshop. So quick, right? Sees archers behind walls, immediate siege workshop. Sees the villager down here, fire galley. But those are some nice quick balls from Tomate to at least maybe get the dock down. Oh boy. Uzzi is bringing the monk. You can't wall out the Lord. You think you can wall out God? God will find you. Oh, man. Deletes the dock at 50%. Deletes the wall. Deletes the vill. And Knights actually broke in up here as well. So the Knights are running in. More quick walls from Tomate. This is snowballing on him so hard. But he's still holding. It's like, now we'll have crossbows. Now we'll have monks for the Knights. But now the issue that he's going to face is going to be the siege. Just feels like he's one step behind. He somehow needs a good engagement. I actually think converting a knight would be the best thing for him right now, because then he could maybe kill the siege with it. But look, he goes to counterattack, and then he sees the flag. It's like, oh, God. That's so risky. You might need to take the risk, but it's so risky to run through there. That's how you beat crossbows. You get the night timing early, and then you just you go into the siege. 3 TCs for Uzzi. Starting to add fish traps in this pond. Man, it's perfect timing. Right when the fish runs out. Not just 1, not just 2, not just like 8. But I have spoken to maybe like 16 different players in this bracket. All doing practice sessions. And I don't speak to everybody. People have been really training for this. I know both of these two have been. Uzzi with the lead right now, it's pretty clear. Just getting to Castle Age faster has given him so many advantages. But Tomate's still holding on. 3 town centers. The knights back here could be converted if they don't get out. Uzzi will try and flee. He actually probably should leave, but he maybe didn't trust that he could. And those crossbows are looping around back to the north now. So the siege just kind of lost track of them. Uzzi does have houses around, but he doesn't know where those crossbows went. Also, Tomate might just catch a glimpse of these knights. Uzzi might end up deleting all these knights. Yeah, he doesn't want to allow these to escape. He's got 2 monks here. I think I would just attack and try and kill the monks, but he might shift delete them. Decision. Yeah, he'll kill the monks, and he'll give up 2 knights. What? He only gives up 1? That's crazy. That's really unlucky for Tomate. I would almost always am going to get 2 conversions there. So that's definitely worth it. Uzzi will now also see the crossbows have come home. So I think any of this army that's looking for them out there can probably focus their efforts onto the push. And we might have a castle soon from Uzzi. I'd be okay with a defensive castle, but if you could get a castle on this hill, it might be impossible for Tomate to come back. Just feels incredibly risky. Calmix says, hey T90, first time catching the stream, just finished the Star-Crossed Lovers game, and it was a good one. I forgot about that title. Yeah, this is not going to be too comparable to the Star-Crossed Lovers community game, where the 2 Loey the Legends wanted to be lovers and friends, and they weren't allowed because of life circumstances. But, you know, competitive AoE tournament, community game, both can be fun. Uzzi is gonna... He's gonna have 3 mangonels. Does lose the monk. But that castle's going up, man. That is some energy right there. Let's go. Big tournament. Game number 1. When it matters this much, that is a crazy castle. And I don't know what Tomate does. Tomate can't engage on this. I think if he tries, he loses everything. So now you need a counterattack. These crossbows have to go do damage somewhere else. But, like, that castle is so close to so many critical buildings. It's basically next to your entire economy. And now the crossbows have to do the job here. Uzzi will see this knight. Will get a... No, he will not get a conversion there. And now he's building up the knight mass to deal with these crossbows. See, the monks are kind of separated for Tomate. Tomate can't move out now, so he can't have monks with the crossbows. He might not be able to get back home. Uzzi already has 2 relics as well, so he has a free +2 attack because of that. He finds the crossbows. He has full armor. And yeah, just one thing after another, man. Uzzi just too far ahead now. The crossbows will get cleared. The castle's on the way up now for Tomate. The siege is moving in. I don't know if this castle will ever complete. The knights will follow. Uzzi's got 40 on food behind this. Tomate has to delete the castle. This is a statement. Uzzi knows that Tomate loves this map. It's one of his favorites. He allowed it to get through to the neutral game 1. And he's like, yeah, dude, it's because I'm different. Farms galore behind, fish traps everywhere behind. Still fishing down here. And already taking 1 TC down. We do have redemption for Tomate, but he doesn't have any army anymore. GG. Man, Uzzi is good. Uzzi gets the win. So I still think, like, Tomate's a really good player, but considering the things, the aspects of Tomate that excite me about him, not necessarily a good feeling to see him get beat here. But it was a really nice adaptation from Uzzi. I think the second dock here to just hold his own pond was really smart. I think initially he wanted to go scouts, he wanted to go archers, but when you try and do that and then you get hit on water, it's difficult to defend. So that was really smart. I loved how quick he was to the southern and the northern ponds. And I just love that he made a minimal amount of scouts, did a lot of damage with them. And then he didn't make that many archers either, and it felt like he did a lot of damage with them too. So it was just really well calculated. And then the economy was awesome. Every engagement was good. And then the economy behind is perfect. So GG to Uzzi. Takes game number 1. Tomate's got a lot of hybrid maps coming up, though. All right, so Uzzi's going for Celts here. Celts is an interesting pick. This map is Evacuation, one of my favorite maps of all time. Really difficult map to play again and consider this hybrid. I think water matters way less here than land. So any water haters out there, this is probably the map for you. The thing is, it's really tough to play because the wood situation. Everything is super exposed here and really sparse. You'll probably chop through those trees, and then you'll need to move. But it's the wood on the outside where you need to evacuate is probably too far to justify taking it in the Dark Age. That's a lot of walking time, and that would really delay things. So you almost always at this level have to build a lumber camp here, and then maybe the second lumber camp, and anything else in the future goes to the outside. Now, Uzzi's chose to push in a deer with his scout. Like, if you know me, I'm big on scouting, right? One of the reasons I don't like some of the maps that are really common in AoE these days is because everyone knows the meta, everyone knows exactly what the opponent will do, and there's no scouting and there's no intel, right? Well, look at Tomate. Tomate's like, I'm not going to push a deer. He'd do that on every Arabia game he plays, but he's going to look for these cows here. So he's clicked this one the wrong way. So hopefully he doesn't lose that, but he's got that one. He's got this one. So this is an opening that you can choose to do. We've also seen people use their starting scout to bring in the boar to their TC if they want the extra food. So kind of surprised that Uzzi didn't choose to find any cows on the outside. I think he's got one of the best civs in a messy game if he can get the man-at-arms opening in. Because, like, super tough to wall this map. Celt man-at-arms are really speedy. You can hit the outside with man-at-arms. You can also hit the middle. I told a story yesterday about how I once lost, like, 6 villagers to late feudal age man-at-arms. Just some leftover man-at-arms. I was against Celts. They were just zooming all around. It was super annoying. Tomate will go for the dock. They will both go for the dock, and yes, it is an option to win the water. And actually, if you lose water, you then lose access to your crossing. So there's just so many different things you gotta focus on here. But I can already tell by Uzzi's approach, just where he's scouting and how he's playing this. His mindset is all about doing some damage with man-at-arms. Rhino number 2 comes in for Uzzi. And Uzzi should know the TC is somewhere over here. I see Def Vader in my chat. One of the viewers, but also played in this bracket, is really rooting for Uzzi right now. Def Vader, can you please remind me who you played in this bracket? Def Vader, a really big Uzzi fan today. Oh, wait, he lost to Uzzi. Oh. Oh, that explains it. I thought you were like maybe from Mexico or maybe really like Uzzi's playstyle. Ah, I see. Okay, so you want to feel better about yourself. It's all right. Relatable. You better believe that I was slightly rooting for Sorokuma after Sorokuma destroyed me in whatever tournament that was. Makes you feel a little bit better. He said he 3-0'd Uzzi, but he just let him play the second round. Ah, yeah. Really nice guy. Really nice guy. Well, that was kind of you. I think Uzzi deserves to be here, one way or another. So he's clicked up the feudal. Barracks is on the way. Tomate should be looking to confirm this. And he's getting the right timing. He'll see the Vil on golds. And just passing by the TC. Probably should check this way. Just double back here. Villagers are evacuating for Uzzi. Uzzi has kind of an awkward situation compared to Tomate. Tomate's berries really close by the woodline, which I would always prefer. It's not a horrible difference, but if you need to tower to protect everything, it's not as possible if you're Uzzi. And he'll want the lumber camp here. Tomate, did he see the barracks? He did see the barracks. And with the second he saw Celts, he should have known. He's also adding his own militia. So, Celt man-at-arms could be matched by the Malian man-at-arms. Malian man-at-arms, they can't chase down the Celt man-at-arms, but they could still win the fights equally if they take it. And just very little eco to run on right now as they try and balance out their builds. Don't love the fact that Tomate's taking the gold in the front. I'm guessing is just so many other things to think about. He hasn't really thought about it, but would love to see him on this gold. He did get some damage in there on the scout, but now there's militia from Uzzi, and Uzzi's got Celt man-at-arms. Well, Celt militia so far, but he's got the speed, and he's doing a lot of damage. Hasn't even clicked the man-at-arms upgrade. He already has the lead. This is what I mean. Tomate isn't on the right golds. He needed to be on this one. And now, good luck, because you have to wall everything. You have to wall this crap wood line. You have to wall off your golds. And then these units can just zoom on over and be on the outside as well. So just a lot of control just by one opening. Puts Tomate under a lot of pressure. I think on an Arabia game, you would see Uzzi be like, I have this slight HP lead. I'm not going to waste the resources on getting man-at-arms. But on this map, man, you can go everywhere. So definitely get the upgrade. Haven't seen a fire galley yet from Tomate or from Uzzi. Both players just freely fishing back behind this. Uzzi has overchopped this wood line and needs to notice that. And he has no cows. So being a cowless game right now is awkward for him. That's the one mistake I think he's made, is he didn't take those cows. Because Tomate actually has food underneath his TC. But Tomate does lose all of his man-at-arms here, though. Normally, you would see 2 man-at-arms and think this is a waste, but I really think they could do damage still. Big migration for Uzzi. He'll build the mill. On the hunt and the berries out here. Probably just needs to farm now. He has an archer range for some skirms and a blacksmith. The plan is to slowly wall this way, so any units from Tomate can't run across this crossing. That's kind of the meta. And we've got more man-at-arms. You look away for a second, and the Celt man-at-arms can just jump on your archers, and... Oh, dude, that's so annoying. You don't know where you're going to get hit from. Make one mistake against this, and your archer goes down. Still has a lot of food underneath the TC. And noticing Tomate didn't get double bit axe. So Celts have the Lumberjacks working faster bonus and double bit axe is researched. So that should be pretty good for him. Def Fader says, in general, T90 does a good job not making hybrid maps all about fish. Well, if a hybrid map is all about fish, it's then not a hybrid map. If anyone calls a map hybrid, and it's all about fish, I would argue it's not hybrid, so thank you. Hybrid's really important. But, you know, on cross, obviously, fish matters a little bit more than this. It's good to have a balance. Uzzi will tower the outside. They're going to pass each other here. The range units for Tomate, he needs some damage. This isn't walled yet. And he still is the scout, so he can deny this wall and make it chaotic. He is on double range. I actually don't hate it because he needs army right now. He doesn't have the man-at-arms anymore, so full skirm and archer could be really good. Has to be careful. That villager's wandered to the outside for whatever reason. He's dead. But he's micring here and killing her, and she's dead. That is not what Uzzi wanted. Had he walled this off, this wouldn't be a headache. But he could get pushed off the berry still. Could even get pushed off the farms. This is getting really messy. He is off the gold now. Now, this starting island's also cracked terrain, so your buildings receive more damage, which is another thing I'm in love with about this map. So, you don't necessarily need to get arson, and you can get through the buildings. And he's through. Oh, God. Tomate's having such a tough time right now. And right now is when he runs out of food underneath the TC. And he also gets housed. Everything went wrong at the same time. Loving Uzzi's farm count. The 10 farms is crazy. Maybe he doesn't think the cows add value because the farms are better long term. Because Tomate relied on the meat from the cows for so long, he doesn't have a single farm. He's trying to get over this way. This villager from Uzzi on the berries. Able to escape. We do still have fire galleys. It looks like there was an engagement here. It looks like the... Oh, wow. Uzzi actually killed that weak fire. I assume intentionally. And as that was happening, he's lost everything to the man-at-arms and the skirms here. We even see armor for Uzzi, and we see more man-at-arms. So infantry armor and like 5 or 6 man-at-arms now. 2 docks for Uzzi. This tower was a good call. Tomate has a ton on stone right now. I think he's kind of gone off the rails. This might be relying on market territory. I think 13 on stone was not his initial plan. I think Uzzi could honestly just go back and clear this. Go back and clear this up. Deal with those archers. If you deal with those archers, you could just freely maybe head towards Castle Age. But he can't keep track of them, and he doesn't want to chase them, so he'll run forward now. Mate will sneak back in. Uzzi will be pushed off the gold again. That's another villager down. It's actually only the 3rd eco loss in this game. Here, Uzzi's losing control. Uzzi could lose a fishing ship, but he is pushing on water here. And actually, did he get arson? Tell me he got arson. He got arson! So now you have cracked terrain, plus feudal age arson, and the archer range is already halfway down. Still, though, not the easiest time for Uzzi at home. Tomate takes the score lead. Tomate could maybe save his fish. Tomate could maybe... Well, I don't know what he's going to do about this. This is not a maybe. He can't kill this right now. But he is forcing a lot of idols for Uzzi. Still, though, it feels like Uzzi's making enough skirms to eventually deal with this. And then the archers will be pushed away, and this still can't be killed. We just heard the fire go down, so... Yeah, Uzzi lost almost all of his fishing ships here. Got 700 resources collected ahead. Can get back onto this gold now. Tomate just has no wood. I think he wants wood for a market, and then he can sell his stone and buy food and get to Castle Age, but, like, he never has any wood for the market. Because if he can get up, if he can get a castle, go for Gabetto, it's really strong against Celts. But his food eco is just abysmal. Like, he needs to stay alive on water because his current food economy is in a painful spot. Uzzi has full farming eco, and he's going around, and Tomate doesn't have anything. So that should make him feel pretty comfortable here. Uzzi will get the kill there. I would say Uzzi should probably just prioritize making a couple fires now if Tomate doesn't have food eco. But okay, Tomate's up. Don't ask me how. I guess he had the boar and he had the deer here. He'll lose the archer range. Losing the market would actually be really painful with this economy. I think he'll probably lose the market. This is just some extra range units. The plan is definitely for Tomate to go for a castle. Dude, Tomate, send your vills and castle here, please. That would be so epic. You're in a rough spot. You need a risk. I don't think this economy is great for you long term. I would love to see a forward castle. It's maybe too risky, though. Uzzi's double checking. Uzzi's got army. Nah, that's a caster thing to say. That's a... As a player, I don't think you could just freely have no map control and freely walk across the map for a castle there. That would be tough. Market's down. He tried to use the market in the final seconds before it went down, too. He does have a stable to maybe make some knights. He does actually have a scout still active on the map. And now I think most of the focus is going to shift over to land on the outside. But 0 farming eco for Tomate. So his eco is not nearly as smooth as Uzzi's. Uzzi will reach Castle Age faster. Uzzi's skirms will find some picks. And he didn't see the stable, but he should almost expect it if you only show skirms. It'd actually be really good for him to see the castle here. Again, Gebetto's a good unit against Celts. But the eco is a problem. Essentially, his only food eco is a couple fishing ships and this villager on a shorefish. But I mean, Uzzi isn't focused on water at all now. So, it could be okay. Also, Uzzi's army doesn't give him a lot of value now with that castle up. I guess this army could still move over to the wood line and the gold, technically, but... Or over here. I love this demo. Just waiting. So that's something that Tomate doesn't know about. And could eventually be a problem for him. And knights and skirms will clear this up. We still do not have the second town center for Uzzi. He is hoping on snagging the relics for free in the middle, guys. And Tomate's scout is just sitting there still. Ooh, but the man-at-arms and the skirms find some kills. I think Tomate's going to send the Gebetto home. And... Oh! No! That was such a good play from Uzzi, man. That was not luck. He knew exactly what was going to happen. He had the army here. He knew the Gebetto would come over. And the demo was just waiting. That was a sick play from Uzzi. That's what the water control can give you, right? He is actually making some fires again to try and get over to the fish for Tomate. Maybe he'll find the kills. The Gebettos are coming over now. And the scout for Tomate's on stand ground. If that's on attack stance, it actually kills the monk. It's a big deal. Especially if Uzzi sees that. If Uzzi sees that and just kills it, there's no risk. He should see it. He kills, and now the monk's alive, and now the monk could get a conversion. Guys, it's tiny details. It's tiny little details in this game. Nice micro from Tomate, but imagine if he didn't lose the Gebetto. Imagine if this relic didn't come in for Uzzi. We are about to see the rare, the not-so-famous, the inadvisable Celt Cav Archers. There are a couple upgrades in this game that you really should have if you're ever going to go down the Celt, or ever go down the Cav Archer tech tree. One is Bloodlines. Celts don't get that. Another one's Bracer. Celts don't get that. Another one's Thumb Ring. Celts don't get that. Another one's Parthian. Like, I think this might actually be the worst Cav Archer civ in the game. They do get heavy Cav Archer, at least. Now, the reason is he needs a ranged unit that's mobile. Melee doesn't work against Gebetto, and this map is freaking huge. So there is actually some logic to it. But credit to Tomate, guys. He's got a good unit now. He's got his TCs up. I'm still not seeing any farms, though. He's buying so much food. Like, he needs some farms. I think his comp could work. If he can play Gebetto, Mangonel, this could work. Uzzi's definitely got the superior economy, though. He's just got so many farms back at home. I say so many. He only has 8, so maybe I'm wrong. He is saving for a castle. So a defensive castle could protect his economy here. And the Gebetto They might do a lot of damage, but they are also all pretty weak. It's a lot of wood spend right now for Uzzi. Cav archers. Ballistics. So doesn't really have the eco floating to be able to add as many farms as he had before. Outpost will finish. It's a really nice outpost. That house should tell you it's a siege workshop. He has not known that, but no one just walks forward and builds a house without building something else. And Tomate will see the Cav Archer choice. That's not a horrible thing to see. I love how Uzzi's just slowly melting buildings over here. I mean, why not? And, oh, defensive castle from Uzzi. Oh, man, but Tomate... Does he see it? He sees it. He sees it. He's got monks to convert the knights. He has the mangonel to deny the castle. I don't think Uzzi can get this castle up. He dives. He just wants to take out the siege. He's sacrificing everything here. Castle's at 70%. Man, what a timing on the castle. I mean, you can do the little in and out of the TC dance and maybe complete this one. Yeah, you can complete it now. That's a sick castle. Completely shuts down what could have been a big snowball. And obviously, Tomate would have not forced that engagement if he didn't see the castle. That was really well timed. Where did he go to stone? He went to stone here. Pretty early, too. Yeah, the thing about the CA is they just need to be good for now. And then if your economy is good enough, you can go for other things later. A demo on the shoreline from Tomate. But he will lose his blacksmith, which will be annoying. He has added farms. He does have more on stone. He does have critical map control through the middle to stop any movement from Uzzi and track any movement from Uzzi like this. He could see this. Monks load up for conversions, excuse me, and Gabetto are getting kills. And Tomate's kind of okay here. Is more than kind of okay. He's got tons of gold, tons of stone. I do think he just needs to fix his eco a little bit. But Tomate would have to chill, and there's no chill right now. This is tournament time. I think he is actually fixing his eco right now. And that's why he lost his Gabetto. Tower now. And I guess Uzzi's plan is to play guard tower defense, which is a good option. I think Uzzi needs to try and wall this off. If you can sneak a wall up here and then Tomate can't reinforce, it could be really strong. Oh boy. I mean, Tomate, I respect the energy, but isn't that a little too bold? He's got a castle foundation that's going to be, like, kissing Uzzi's castle. Now his army is forward. Uzzi is counterattacking. And there are the vills for Tomate. Tomate needs an army to deal with these cav archers right now. Maybe he needs to bring his army back home. And here come the vills. He's the underdog, right? And he needs some chaotic energy right now because he's behind in score. He knows he's behind. He wants a forward castle, and he wants Imperial Age with Trebs to take this down. The Cav Archers are getting some snipes, but they're not here to deny the castle. He's going to back up. Yeah, that's more like it. And actually, you don't want to be building a castle in range of the opponent's castle if they have bodkin and you don't, because they're just do some free damage, so... It's a really good castle. Guys, what happens in this game? Because Tomate's on the way to Imp. I think he makes Trebs. I think Uzzi loses this castle. I think Uzzi could lose his TCs. I mean, Cav Archers are getting some kills. But I think Tomate can do this. The tower defense is a little late. Unfortunate. Really unfortunate. There's also still leftover army here. Like, Uzzi's economy is so much better right now. But Trebs are everything. And Uzzi doesn't see it. Uzzi doesn't even see it, dude. Because if you saw it, you could try Rams or something. Actually, if you see it, you know your opponent is probably Imp. Because no one builds this castle without Imp. This is a crazy game. Let's not forget that Uzzi is getting relics. And he will have 3, Let's not forget that Uzzi has better eco upgrades. Uzzi has bow saw. Uzzi has wheelbarrow. Uzzi even has like ballistics, which is university, of course. But still, I think Tomate's given himself his best chance with this castle. Just these cav archers have done so much damage. Oh. Yeah, Uzzi, that... He needs information. He needs to know about this castle. He has no clue that Tomate is just full focused on this area, waiting for the Trebor. And he's going to try a castle that looks horrible from what we know. Horrible. Horrible, 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 horrible. Looks fine, as far as he's concerned. His cav archers are here. I mean, Tomate is distracted. He's using his monks here. Castle will actually go up. Never mind. And I've really been... I think I need to stop training with doubt or something, because I've been misjudging my castles big time in my cast today. Even the previous set, I was like, castle won't go up. Castle goes up, no problem. Uzzi is going to commit to Woads, which is dangerous against Gabetto, but Tomate pretty much only has eco for Trebs. If the Woad Raiders can mass enough, honestly, if they could just raid over here, kill these vills, get into the back, kill those vills, maybe that's the play. But it's a tough thing to commit to because you need your castles for Woads. And now the whole build from Tomate is designed around taking down the castles. I wouldn't mind if Tomate got chemistry and planned for hand cannons instead of Gabetto, because the Trebs need to be produced out of the castles. Yeah, there's chemistry. That's the usual play. Tomate needs this one, right? Like, it's his home map. He's the underdog. We say this in every single set. Walling is an epic play. Archer ranges behind this then for hand cannons could be really strong. Uzzi is massing his own Trebs now. Most of Uzzi's eco is going to be repairing castles. He's got 13 villagers here. These 18 vills will probably repair a castle too. The other reason for chemistry is bombard cannons, which is always good too. Bombard cannons are expensive though when you're also making Trebs. I think Tomate will lose his castle here. If Uzzi loses his castle, he gets really badly pop-capped. And he's switching to Cavalier. Thinking through his options, he's going to try Cavalier. I don't hate it. I think it's way better than Woad Raiders. Castle's down. Uzzi's under pressure. Uzzi is housed. Tomate's castle is still being repaired. It will go down as well. Gabetto will run in to snipe Trebs, but there's not a lot of them. And Tomate's probably focused on something else. No, he's not. He wanted that Treb. He gets it. But now the Cavalier upgrade will come in. And now Uzzi can snipe a Treb. And he gets one of them. Nice quick walls from Tomate. All the Gabetto are going down, but he saves the Trebs, dude. He saves the Trebs. The only thing he has is these Trebs. He loses everything else except for the Vills, I guess. What a save. What a save. But he isn't fully walled. He isn't fully walled. He isn't fully walled. He's fully walled. Well, not really. But hand cannons are massing from right behind here. Monks are around as well. Could maybe hold. He also took down Uzzi's Trebs. At least one of them. So, I think if Tomate didn't have these walls, he'd have big problems. The fact that he can make hand cannons now and still has these Trebs alive, he holds a critical position. Uzzi knows that he's having issues with control up here. He's going to try a castle there. There is actually a lot of gold available in these areas. And Tomate has some vills around too, so it's not like that's nothing. But what a save there from Tomate. Without those quick walls, could be a very different situation right now. Let's not forget about water, by the way. I think having access to water could be good long term. Castle's on the way up. What's Tomate do about this? Tomate sees it, clearly. He's running with his vills. He's trying to take that gold, I guess. He's also hoping to defend here. The Woads make it through. The Woads will run around. That's annoying. But how are Celts supposed to kill hand cannons? You would need Onager, right? You would need, like, Siege. It's crazy that Tomate just YOLO'd over to this gold real quick, expecting to lose these vills. That ends up being such a good move. Because I don't think Uzzi even will look there. Yeah, Uzzi's not really... Well, maybe he'll notice it. But he's looking here. Woads are getting some damage. They are raiding. So I think Tomate wants to push forward with his gunpowder right now, and there he is. That's a good play from Tomate, though. You don't want to send your army back against a fast unit like that. You want to just stick to the snowball. I mean, Uzzi has so little army to deal with this right now. Gunpowder is going to be such an issue. There will be 30 hand cannons for Tomate soon. He might lose these vills. Those Woads will get kills there. But Tomate keeps pushing. I'd love to see a castle from Tomate next to these trebs right now. You just full push the land. You don't give Uzzi any time. Like, he's trying to go for skirms, but it's just... That's also a Celt weakness, right? The range units. The food eco is horrible for Uzzi now. It used to be such a positive for him. Are skirms good enough without bracer? Is Cavalier good enough without bloodlines, without the final armor? I just don't know. Tomate might need a little bit more than this, though. The Cavalier and the skirms are massing. There are defensive trebs from Uzzi. I mean, Uzzi can, in theory, make more. He's collected more res. He has more villagers. But he can't make bombard cannons. He only has one treb now. The bombard cannons from Tomate come in. Snipe the treb. Tomate's doing it. Again, a castle right here would be so good. Also, Uzzi could always attack from this angle. So maybe that's what Uzzi will try and do. What a game changer these vills on gold are, man. What a game changer. That is 12 villagers taking gold and essentially stealing gold that Uzzi's going to need. Because Uzzi's getting pushed. I know Tomate quite well. I know what he's capable of. I'm just waiting for that castle. A castle here would be so good. Makes it twice as hard for anyone to engage on your army. This castle already has 10 kills for Tomate, so maybe he wants a defensive castle in the back so he can't be side raided. Woad found those vills at least. Paladin is just too expensive, guys. Too expensive for this economy. Uzzi is trying to mass more farms. He just doesn't have the army, and it's going to be Tomate going cav. If Tomate can spend his res right now, this is his game. 2,000 gold in the bank. He needs to get the Cavalier upgrade as well. He wants a counter to the skirms, essentially. At this level, players are really freaking good, guys. But they are human, right? They can't do everything perfectly. You're reminded that this is the humans behind the screen, and the army isn't out yet for Tomate, and Uzzi holds. As someone in Twitch chat says, Uzzi is dead. Uzzi clears up the trebs, pushes back the army, now could see the stables as well, maybe switch into halbs. Tomate had the right idea, just really struggling to spend his resources right now. And for him, it's actually lack of food. He needs a little bit more on food. But he's got the stables, right? He's got the stables. He just doesn't have the numbers. I do think Uzzi will run out of gold faster. But he still has, like, 4k gold back here. There's even a relic in the back. It's also much more difficult for Uzzi to raid Tomate. Because Tomate's castles have been perfectly positioned. Unless he goes for an attack down here. Like, if he shows up with 4 surprise trebs, could be really strong. I think Tomate will be sweating a little bit right now. Like that, he's going to feel like he's throwing. And like he's letting it fall apart a little bit. Lots of emotions. I don't love Camel. I think you have better Cavalier. You should just make your own Cavalier. But he is... I mean, Camel is a counter to the Cavalier, so... Oh my god, what the... Okay. Again, these villagers might have saved the game for Tomate. He's just going to drop a castle here. This is on Uzzi's farming eco. This is on Uzzi's 4 relics. But there's trebs here. That's funny. It looks good, but Tomate didn't know that Uzzi was going to push with the trebs there. And so now he's like, oh, okay, I'll just drop my own castle here and I'll treb you down. So that'll actually be a waste of a castle. Okay, Elite Woad Raider's in now. So Elite Woad is maybe an option again for Uzzi. Most of his castles are going to be on the other area. Elite Woad is amazing against Camel. But again, it's still the hand cannons that become a problem. What a game, dude. What a game. The eco is massively improved for Tomate with the farms. He's up to 56. We might actually run out of gold. There's only 10k gold left on the map. But yeah, castle goes up for Uzzi. He takes down the castle from Tomate. I don't know where Tomate is going with this one Gabetto Treb army, but that will probably die. Uzzi also trying to fix the food eco after losing a lot of his farms and his TCs. Okay, Farimba now. So the Cav will have +7 attack with full upgrades for Tomate. And he's raiding with the camels. Also just got forging, so he's trying to max out now. You could tell in his mind, he's like, okay, upgrades. Check which eco upgrades I'm missing. Check which blacksmith and unique techs I'm missing. But guys, Uzzi is massing woads not to defend himself, but to push with these trebs. Tomate hasn't been pushing enough. Uzzi's just going to hit the back area of his base now. And now what does Tomate do? I think Tomate has to yeet himself forward to go kill. We could have a base trade. You have to send some army back, but if you send it all back, Uzzi will take the map. So you got to just push. Here he goes. I don't know how Uzzi has been able to keep such a good economy when he lost so much this game. And when he lost so many TCs. Really impressive. Yeah, castle's down. I don't know if either player can defend this. I mean, there's no camels here. But the Cav and the hand cannons that are coming in are enough. Uzzi's losing this castle. Tomate's losing his TC. It's a base trade. They are both killing the other's base. They both don't have enough to defend. Tomate panic time. I mean, even just repairing for a little bit longer is huge here. The castle fire is getting some kills. The skirm's getting some kills. He's holding. Feels like that the hand cannons need to go back now, which is such an awful thing. The production's all here from the stables and the ranges. Uzzi's still repairing. He doesn't have any more stone, though. He loses his castle. Or, sorry, he loses his treb. But he's still pushing, and he isn't losing villagers yet. And this is also a lot of that farming eco for Tomate. Woads are looking really strong right now. Woads are good everywhere, but right here in this position. How many castles has Uzzi built in the same area of the screen? I feel like this is the 5th castle he's built here. He loses a little bit of ground, and he's like, nope. I am going to stay right here. I cannot lose any more ground than this. Guys, Camel was such a bad choice. If he went Cavalier, the Cavalier can actually compete with the Woads. But he went Camel, and Camels have such a niche use case. Like, you can only be good against the Cavalier. +7 attack Cav would be so strong here. But the Camel is just... It's just kind of a expensive liability right now. Yeah, now Tomate backs up. So we're going to see pretty much exactly what I was saying. Tomate has to fall back. He has to come clear this. He will bring his gunpowder back. He will bring back what he can. And now I'm excited to see what Uzzi does with the time. Adds more farms. Expanding his eco. He did lose the trebs. How much gold is actually left on this map right now? Only 7k. Tomate has 2k of it. Actually has 3k of that, so it's about split. There's also a couple random gold tiles closer to Uzzi. I can't imagine the mentality you'd have to lose this game as Tomate and then reverse sweep this series. This has been a grind. You've got to win this one, man. Woad Raiders take down the TC. The Vills are ejected. They're going to get raided now. And now Uzzi's going to run around the left, maybe run back down over to the starting islands. Okay, now, ironically, now I wouldn't hate Paladin. You actually have the res. I also wouldn't hate Onager if you're Uzzi. I think it's also a safe play to maybe get Halb out and just invest into trash. Heavy Scorpion. Well, that's interesting. I actually don't hate that either. It has a weakness to bombard cannons, but we're at the stage of the game where there aren't many bombard cannons out. And with Celts, especially if you get Siege Engineers in Fura Celtica, it is really strong. Could be a little too early, though. Also, I think Tomate will have seen that. Tomate will go for Light Cav. So still 7+7 attack on Light Cav. He's guarding the way here. And he will go for Castle. And he'll repopulate his farms. T90, how can Uzzi throw this game? I think Heavy Scorpion it could actually be seen as a throw. But I think he's doing the right idea. He's more of the map. He has to keep hitting from different sides. It's really awkward to play as Celts. Basically, if he wastes all of his gold. Because there's not a lot of gold left. So I think a smarter play could actually be to just invest into your trash units and Siege Ram. So get Siege Ram. You only spend your gold on Rams and Trebs, and then you make Halbs, you make Hussars, you make Skirms. But he's kind of doing everything, right? He's thinking about the Halb option. He has his Trebs on another castle. The Camels dive. Again, the Camels are just such a waste. But you could argue the Woads are a waste as well, dude. Like, these Woads are dying so fast to the hand cannons. Castle goes down for Tomate. And his bomber cannons die as well. And the hand cannon count, not looking good. Those skirms are focus firing the hand cannons. Scorpions are now backing it up. So the Cav can't get in close. I think Uzzi is close. Population's still even, but he's got relics. While he doesn't have the more critical area of the map, like the upper portion, because he might be running out of wood eventually. This is a really tough death ball to engage into. Yeah, the Cav will die pretty quickly. The Scorpions and the Skirms and the Woads, it's just such a annoying death ball here. Tomate sending everything into the meat grinder. Bombard cannons are on the way, but they don't have an army to meet up with anymore. Uzzi says, "What's up, bro? I see you. I know what you're trying to do." Yep, Tomate set the rally point back here to where his army was, and it just gets sniped. I don't think Uzzi can lose this game now. He's played it really well. I mean, Tomate's basically been behind the entire game, and he's played it really well. Because he was never behind, never ahead economically. I think a lot of that is the Civ difference, and he had a good matchup. Geppetto and hand cannons are awkward for Celts, but Uzzi held, man. Heartbreaker for Tomate to lose this. Rams are going to come out from this to push this castle now. Trebs are taking down TCs and stables, all the buildings that Tomate needs. And yeah, Siege Ram upgrade is on the way. Still just can't get in close enough to all these Scorpions and all these Trebs. And that bombard cannon, another one goes down. I love this level, man. I think the only thing that'll make me sad about the full season of Titans League in the new year is that I won't really be able to cover a lot of silver. Because, I mean, silver and gold will miss just because plat's happening. There will be overlap. I'll be live 24/7, basically. I'll be doing as much as I can. Within reason, obviously. I don't want to completely burn myself out because it's 3 months, but damn, just crazy, crazy games at this level. Such good fight, such good energy. I think Tomate, he doesn't want to accept that he's lost this game right now. But I don't know what he can try. If he wasn't getting hit on this side, then I'd have suggestions, but like... Full light cav doesn't work here anymore. And the Rams are just going to destroy this castle over time. He needed... Well, he needed to push. He needed a full push. Remember that moment where he had 2k gold and he clicked heavy camel? I think if that's Cavalier and he spends his res a little bit faster there, I think he wins. But Uzzi was just popping off at different angles. I think he had dropped the castle here at that time. I don't exactly remember. Uzzi just made Tomate's life so difficult when Tomate had the superior army, and he held on. And Uzzi wins game number 2. Damn. But yeah, guys, like, he saw, like, Tomate kind of made a move that I see a lot from some of you guys. You want to counter your opponent. You want to win the battle. You see what your opponent is making, and so you pick the counter unit, right? So he had like 2k gold. He's like, perfect. I'll add stables. My opponent's going Cavalier. Awesome. I'll go camels. Well, the thing is, in this case, Uzzi's Cavalier is actually kind of crap. Like, Celt Cavalier's not great, and Malian Cavalier is, and Cavalier can raid better underneath castles. Cavalier can kill woads easier. So if he just went for his own Cavalier, he's beating the opponent's Cavalier anyways, and then he can help against the woads. And then he can help against the skirms. The camels were just so weak. And I don't know, that might not have changed the game, but he did make 26 of them. And if they were working, he probably would have made more. Because he probably stopped because they were crap. So I think if he makes Cavalier there, maybe he pushes. Just crazy game though. Look at the KD, guys. Look at the KD. Look at that. Oh, at 300. Well, actually, how does this happen? Tomate has 352 kills and 352 deaths. Uzzi has 357 kills and 357 deaths. So I guess it's a perfect game, and Uzzi killed 5 of his own units at some point. But hey, props to Uzzi for balancing out how many units he killed. Yeah, res collected. Uzzi was ahead for a long time with food. We knew that. And I guess the gold just ran dry for Tomate, and it wasn't enough. Even the APM is super close between them. GG. We're catching up to live time here. Game number 3. It's been a great series so far. And like many sets, even if it ends up being a sweep, the scoreline might not fully tell the full story. We have the final home map for Tomate, where he's gone for Vikings. And I don't hate Vikings. I have some very strong opinions on how I think they need to be played. But it is a water map. They're very good on water. And Uzzi's got the Malay. They're also very good on water. So, I think this isn't a map where I've seen just straight galley perform very well. I think you go straight galley and you run out of wood on your starting island. You won't have control of one of these other big islands. But in Castle Age and beyond is when having that water control can be really helpful to deny TCs and whatnot, but there's not a lot of fish here. And so, on a usual water map, you win water, and then you just add fish, but there's just not a lot. Uzzi has actually brought his scout to the opponent's island. Could actually get trapped there, but I don't think he's been spotted. I could have been spotted there, but Scout's going to just run around. Sometimes players will try and deny the other's dock. Just be a pain. Could see the same thing. I think Tomate was considering it. I think this map, I think Evacuation, and I think Cross are actually the most difficult maps in the pool. If we see more games, they will be a bit more simplistic. They will be standard land maps. That would be Uzzi's choice. So, the scout here. Tomate brought his scout back. He'll complete the dock. Everything's good. My viewers are very impatient here. My mods might be busy for a moment here. My viewers are like, They very much want to bet the points which have absolutely no benefit or reward. All right? This is a problem. Tomate knew the scout was here. He was literally came back to try and stop it, and then he just left, and he didn't wall in his villager, and the Doc's denied at 92%. I've seen GGs over this before. That is really bad. He will know it's really bad. He's down 2 games, and Uzzi's going to say, see ya, and peace out of there. Damn, what a play from Uzzi. I mean, Tomate should know better. He probably thought the scout had left. He didn't think he had to wall it. But now he's down a fishing ship, and he's down a vill. And there's not really too much you can do about that now. So, well played from Uzzi. People saying, wait, how did Uzzi win the previous game? Came back, man. Played like a beast. Faroth, speaking of beast, thanks for the gifted sub. Thank you, Akimbo. Thank you, Sevis. Thank you, John. Italia for the new sub. Poto, thank you for the new sub. Appreciate it, guys. If you have ideas on emotes, guys, as Titans League approaches or the new year, I'm all ears. Would love to, I don't know, give you guys something, some more reward, more thanks for supporting the stream. There will be some information about some merch when Titans League rolls around. Maybe some stuff leading up towards the holidays that's kind of exciting as far as merch, but thank you for the support. Yeah, and the other thing that makes this worse true is Malay advanced faster to the next stage. So it's like, you have worse economy now, and you're up against Malay. This could be kind of brutal here. There will never, ever be a better emote than this one ever. See, Kumar, I was thinking of removing that one because I don't like it. It reminds me of a really bad day, you know? I'm glad you like it, though. I'm just hoping over time people will forget the story. But then again, I've been... See, with the triple archery range jokes, I made the mistake of complaining about it. And now it'll never die because people are like... They understand I don't like it, and that makes it part of the joke. So I guess I need to just shut up and switch topics, right? That's what I'll do. Villagers are here for Uzzi. Okay, so from what I know about the map, from what I have seen, what I have practiced, what I have read, I haven't really read, I guess, but the approach that Tomate is going for is really awkward to pull off. Double dock galleys is the play. It seems like the strat. Uzzi's in feudal already. He'll bring a fire forward. I think these fish are idle. Yeah, these fish are idle. He misclicked this. These are not working right now. These are some viewers. These are some viewers. Some are working. Some are idle. Some are working. Some are idle. That's really bad for Uzzi. Uzzi's busy with his scout right now. And Uzzi saw the villagers, I'm sure. Sorry, I was being an idiot. I think he saw these vills here. So he probably knows that there's some reason to play land, and he will go for a barracks. And his fishing ships are working now, so. Someone says I am working, but technically idle. That's funny. Relatable. That's me when I go pee during the cast. Yeah, so the galley approach, you don't want any chaos on land. You just want this clean build where things are very easy for you. And so with that in mind, I like what Tomate is choosing to do. You do need this woodline because it is just so important to have better woodlines than what you have here. But you don't want the archer attacks to do anything from Uzzi, if that is Uzzi's choice. So that is Uzzi's choice. And Tomate can then focus on massing the galleys, and galleys will definitely beat the fires if he can keep them all together here. So simplifying the approach on land, going full galleys. Now, what Uzzi's going to essentially have to try and do is use this transport and get the archers to the starting island. And that's where I think if you do that, the galley player really struggles, but I'm saying all this because honestly, Uzzi just seems like he can't lose right now. He's playing so well. It's up to Tomate to turn that around. Did Uzzi see the tower? He did. Yeah, so the natural play is to go into this transport. And the very unnatural play from Tomate is to ever have your ships over there because you're trying to kill your opponent's fish right now. And he will get that. You know, if he just patrols galleys on the right side randomly, expecting this could be really good. He doesn't see the archers in the archery range, guys. He did kill the scout. Uzzi's actually building a new dock over here to hide his fish. A scout there for Tomate dies. Does he sense that there will be a transport now? You have to go now if you're Uzzi, because that could give him an idea you're moving. He only killed 2 fishing ships. He seems to be looking around with those galleys. He's sending the other galleys this way. Let's see if Uzzi can make it here. Credit to Tomate. I mean, this could end up working out, but he doesn't have a barracks. He doesn't have an archer range. He doesn't want any pressure on land. He's found the sneaky fishing ships. That's a very good find. He can see the transport. You gotta block with your fish, bro. You gotta block with your fish. And Uzzi, you've gotta click big time. Click, 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 click. He sees it. He sees it. He has no defense. He can't even tower here. He can't even tower. Archers gotta get out. Archers are out. Wait. But did the archers go the wrong way? The archers are getting trapped. Don't tell me there's a hole. This could be great for Tomate. Oh, that's a great find. That's huge. But you have no idea how big... No. 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 Tomate. No bueno. Oh, my God, dude. That's so rough. Oh, he needs a barracks now. He needs an archer range now. He can't tower because he towered over here. Oh, my God. I thought he had it. I think he should have had it. Right? Like, I normally don't say should because I want to see, like, I want to give the player credit and all that, but, like, that'll feel like a bit of a throw. He could have walled it. Doesn't matter how many villagers it is, you just do not want these archers to do any damage to you here. They are weak. Maybe they'll run into the TC or something. Maybe he can kill them with the vills. Yeah, he's trying to kill them with the vills. Wheelbarrow OP. Actually. Well. Okay, good micro. Didn't lose a vill yet. But yeah, what this does is it distracts on water, right? It distracts on water. It distracts you on land. So, like, everything your galley focus is all thrown off right now. If that gets walled out and he kills these archers, it's a completely different game. This already makes the archer opening worth it for me. Of course, what we didn't look at is Uzzi added farms this entire time. Tomate's been fully focused on the water. And Uzzi will actually bring villagers to the left side with his transport, which is sneaking around. I think he's expecting Tomate to maybe come over here, so he's building a stable. Tower goes up. Well, I mean, tower is a good play. Because you don't want to be running around with vills like that. Oh. I feel for Tomate right now. So, I mean, unfortunate, but also just frustrating. I don't know how much of it is fortunate. You could argue he was fortunate that he found the transport in the first place. But he is Vikings. He does get free wheelbarrow. He does have the water control, somewhat. He will find the transport ship. That's nice. Does anyone remember making a second transport ship? Because I was busy, but I think Uzzi queued up a second transport at some point. I think that was a new one we just saw. But honestly, I don't know if that's something chat would have noticed. Siege workshop for Tomate. And he's going for longboats. So his plan is to dominate water, which is a good play, but Uzzi's got eco here, which will not get hit by Navy. Uzzi's got eco here, that so far cannot be hit by Navy. I guess that's why he's adding the siege. Person was killed when the archers dropped off? Oh yeah, duh. Obviously. Okay. Uzzi will go to stone now. So I think Uzzi will have played enough games where he will feel like this is now all about just defending this island and avoiding the shoreline. Tomate is still adding those boats. He might take down this dock. But he needs a better economy now, and he will drop his second TC. He doesn't have anything to back up the siege right now, but long term, if you have the water, you can make cannon galleons and you can destroy on this map. So I think he just needs farms. That's been the weakness for Tomate. Has not been adding farms. On these hybrid maps, he loves the fish. The fish is just not super plentiful here, so that could be an issue. If this is a 3-0, and I think it's an if, because Tomate's got some chances with the siege push, we do have another series starting in 8 minutes. Or no, 18 minutes. But Uzzi attacking the outpost there, has no clue what's behind it. Tomate was, and Uzzi had the vision, obviously. He's got vision on all of this. And gets the free pick, and now pretty nice boom going for him right now. I just don't think... I think the approach here from Tomate is a poor approach. And he loses another mangonel. Nothing he's done since the archers have shown up is necessarily like a mistake. But this is not islands. This is not a map that you spam ships on, per se. It's all about... This is Pacific Islands. You need to do specific things on Pacific Islands. Pacific. You have to transition. You have to be controlling this. And Uzzi has just played it perfectly. So far, anyways. Also, how much of the approach from Tomate is just because he's completely mentally defeated after the first 2 games? Oh! Uzzi's playing super smooth, man. Also sneaking a dock up. And he's going to build a transport. Oh, man. So this is the 3rd transport. Again, this is a migration map. This is a transport map. This isn't a navy map. He's going to send elephants to the starting island. That's hilarious. All right. Maybe bring a Ville as well. I mean, ultimately, I think Uzzi needs to plan around a castle on this big island. I think a castle on the small island is not great. But yeah. Tomate's like, we're doing this. We've got the score lead. We could soon build a castle. We could do this. I actually have a chance. Let's go. Mom is going to be so proud. We've got Navy surrounding this island. Life is good and... Oh, crap. Well, I mean, will he even notice it? Because he's microing here right now. So if Uzzi keeps him busy with the micro, he might never notice it. Funny, Uzzi clicked to the gold. There's no more gold left. I don't know if he's going to notice those elephants, man. He's really busy. He's super busy. Micro galore. Good micro so far. Elephants still feasting. Siege micro still good. Siege micro really good. Holy, all right. Well, Siege micro has been sick. He noticed! He noticed! He noticed after the elephants killed 6 vills. Okay. Well, what does he do now, though? Like, now you defend this. And Uzzi will drop a castle here to block the area. And Uzzi has food. Because Uzzi has boomed and has farms and stuff. So, it feels like there's still some tough times ahead here for Tomate, despite the score. The score is pretty interesting. Now, Tomate sees the Ville, and now he's going to see the Siege Workshop. So that's not a fun thing to see. He might even think about another castle here to defend from this. He's wondering how this happened, so he's brought his galleys over, and he'll kill another transport ship. I might make 2 Scorpions in here if I'm Uzzi. Because, like, Mangonels on their own actually die to Vills, but a couple Scorpions could be nice. Oh! Oh my god, that's a crazy quick wall. Now watch him build a stable here at some point. I think I might have to tower that if I'm Tomate. But the villagers are just going to evacuate. Does Tomate have enough land control? He's got the Navy. He's got Davy, who's been in the Navy. Hopefully you guys get that reference. You guys will get that reference. I mean, I wouldn't mind a castle. If he wants to transport and do damage, a castle drop on Uzzi's starting island would be sick. That's actually the best play, I think, because you need to do damage to his eco. He's gonna cast. Oh, the elephants. The sneak. Yeah, I mean, it's just so much control, right? Like, Uzzi's just played like an absolute god. Keeping this villa alive is huge to repair the siege. He is forced a castle here from a little sneaky transport, man. The scorpions kill the vills. The mangonel's still there to deny the castle. And if there is a piano man out there, is singing a sad, 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 sad song for Tomate. I mean, I think he completes the castle. Eventually. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Castle's up. But the damage is done. The damage is done. The only thing that gets really awkward as Uzzi right now is you might want to delete this TC at some stage because you're running out of tasks from the initial villagers here and you can't escape with them. But I think you use this TC as the Imperial Age TC. And then once you're an imp, you can just make a treb to push this castle and you're fine. This is an interesting castle from Uzzi. I think this is so he can retake water. It is risky though if there's Navy around. Navy's headed over to the left. There's just so much shoreline that you have to control. It's impossible to have galleys everywhere. But it's impossible to last if you don't have eco locked down. And that's why the approach from Uzzi is just perfect. He's on his way to imp. He will finish the castle. He'll build some docks. Here comes Tomate now. Won't actually be spotted here because there's not an outpost. He might end up just trying to build a TC somewhere here. It would be really funny if he TCs that gold right now. I think he saw the vills. Okay, well, I mean, he saw the vills. He doesn't want to show his opponent he's there. And Uzzi didn't see it. Every time there's a water map, guys, score always gets affected big time by it. And this is a good example, good reminder. Because Uzzi is way ahead. And the score tells you that Tomate is still ahead. The score in AoE 2 is huge. Yeah, Uzzi will drop an outpost here. I imagine he'll spot this. He'll certainly spot that if the villager dies, so he knows about that. Can make a treb for that. And can make a treb for this. And Tomate's like, how? Also, this castle almost went down, too. Uzzi's build is what I think is the best way to play this map. Another thing that I really like on this map would be Man-at-Arms. But you play land into water. You don't just play water into land. You can have some really big problems. Hold on. Tomate's still got chances. He's brought over some Berserks. Sounds like the start of a bad joke, but we've got 2 Berserks and 2 Mangonels, and they're about to walk into a bar here. Nothing on gold for Uzzi. This was his gold income. He can fix that if he builds a TC over here. Is he about to treb the... He's trebbing the Mangonels. Okay. That's a new one. I think more importantly, he is trebbing the castle on this side. And Tomate still can't click up. Still not a lot of gold for Uzzi. It is messy right now. And his vills are starting to get picked off. So yeah, delete this TC in my opinion. It sounds bad, but you're just producing vills and sending them to their death. And you don't realize it because you're so busy elsewhere. Monk could convert the Berserk. The Berserk gets deleted. It's not going to be easy to get Berserks over here again. And the Karambits will take down the Mangonel. The Berserk's going to be converted. And GG is called. Tomate realizes he's got nothing left. Again, games were close. I mean, particularly game number 2 was really close. Uzzi's he's a step up. I said it once we had the intro. Tomate's a really good player. But these were all on Tomate's style maps. And Uzzi was able to get the 3-0. Uzzi is a serious, serious contender. Uzzi will be in the 10K Silver League at the very least. Has a chance to still try and push through the rounds to potentially even move his way up to gold. Again, we're essentially through this bracket. We determine the 24 players that enter the 10K Silver League, and then the 8 players that fill the relegated spots from gold. So it's a mix of both in the same bracket. But yeah, Uzzi's one of those guys that I know has been training like crazy and practicing, and there really wasn't a single approach beyond maybe picking Celts that it was a little bit questionable on. Played very solid. Honestly, I think if we were to look at the draft board too, he probably didn't even play some of his best picks. So we didn't see him in his final form. Just not how you want to play Pacific Islands there, though, from Tomate. That one was a little bit questionable. Yeah, Dravidians was never played. Khmer was never played. Shu was never played. So Uzzi did have some good plans, it seems, on some of those maps. Wait, maybe he did play Dravidians. What did we see? We saw Cross. He played Lithuanians. We saw Evac. He played Celts. Yeah, okay. And then he just played Malay there. I don't know where he would have played Dravidians then. But either way, Uzzi gets the 3-0. And Uzzi moves on.